So how do you feel about making the team ×2?
I'm pretty proud. That was it's exciting. I really wanted to show my robustness as a runner, and I think that did it. So.
Take us through the race. What your plan and did it go according to plan?
I mean, I'm just not powerful enough to get out the first 100 meters hard, so I'm always gonna be behind, and I'll always be in last going into 200. It was like it bunched up, so for a second I just thought I'd go in the back on the rail and move up, but then I kind of felt it slow a little bit, so I decided to go wide and work my way up to the front. Then I just got in Bryce's shoulder, hung there for a little bit. Brandon Miller went by. I wasn't quite, kind of similar how Cole went by. I wasn't quite confident enough to go that hard, that far out. So I decided to wait a little bit. And coming around the bend, just trying to get my legs moving fast, go as hard as I could. I knew I was in position to be on the team, so try not to let anyone pass me. But I was viewing it as another round to get to the Olympics. So yeah, did that. Super proud of Bryce. I love Brandon. He's always been super great to me, so it's really happy to share the team with them. It's really exciting.
How do you feel going 1-2 with Bryce?
It was pretty exciting. Like, yeah, it's weird. Like, the 800 came so much easier than the 15. So it feels too good to be true. I think it's pretty interesting that we're the best 800 duo in the country now, even though if you look at our workouts, we don't really do that much 800 work ever. So I was thinking about that. It's pretty interesting, but I don't know. That's my boy. I'm super proud of him. And November. I mean, we had Bryce would always go out to dinner with us at meets and stuff, and we saw quite a bit of him. So he passed inspection. We knew he was a good dude. So and he fit in super well instantly.
Well, you're the first American man to make the Olympic team both the 800 and the 1500 since 1976. Talk about your decision to double.
Yeah, I mean, it feels weird since I view myself as more of a 15.5 guy. But I ran a good 8 in LA and just figured it was a great experience. So it kind of feels like what I wanted to happen in the 15 in 2021. Just going with no expectations, just learn from it, experience racing hard. This 3 years later, I have the tools to do it. So I don't know. I'm really proud. Really happy to show off my versatility, and yeah, super excited.
Are you going to be done?
I think so. I'm not sure. I got to talk to coach and some other people, and I think it can be done. I don't think there's any overlap, but we'll see. I want the US to have the best chance in the 8, and if we deem that as someone else doing it fresh, we'll let that happen. But if we think I can really give a good effort, we'll do it. I mean, I was able to run 1:43 on my 5th and 6th race in less than 10 days, so I think I have the ability to do it.
I think you told us after the heats that you were like, oh, I'm going to use this as a training opportunity. Was there a point this week that changed in your mind? I can do a really good time in this?
I mean, I wasn't taking the races lightly, so as soon as the gun went off, I'm competing with everyone else. It's not a training interval, so again, I just think it's taken a little bit to build up that maturity to be able to focus like that, even if I'm not feeling super nervous or super poised, just a little emotionally flat. But I just kind of feel like I've developed the skill of racing hard no matter how I feel.
You spoke about off to crossing the finish line in the 1500 on weightlifting for you. Did it feel like the weight, you were just running free these whole rounds, being already on the team?
Yeah, and I felt pretty confident after the heat too. I was just I was feeling a little emotionally flat before that, and I just kind of took a seat on the starting block thing, the number, and just thought, I'm like, all right, well, it's not fair to anyone in my circle to not give a good effort. So I know I'm able to, even if I don't feel like it. So that's what I did. I went out and gave it a really great effort, and that I feel like set me up really well for the final, and feeling really confident.
Becoming a good 800 runner, when did you think that started to happen for you? Was it this year, or did you always think you had this in you?
I mean, definitely, there's a lot of talent that goes into it. I mean, I train like a 15.5 guy. I have a really great strength coach, and shout out Andy K, and then a really great coach helping me with a lot of speed development stuff. It's Pat Henner, so those two really have made a huge difference in my like top end speed, my efficiency, running fast, and just a lot of that 800 specific thing, just through the lifting and speed development. So I would say adding that to my training for sure helped. But yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I do mostly strength work, mostly 5K work, so it feels a little bizarre, but I don't know, I'm happy it's working.
Did you ever think about doing the 15.5 at any point this season?
No, I want to do a 5. I'd love to do a 5 at USA's here in the coming years, but the more years of mileage and threshold I can stack, the better I'll fare. So I just want to give it myself a little more time to develop aerobically. It's coming along, making huge steps year by year. So I feel like in a few years I could be really competitive in the 5. But it's just one of those things you can't rush. It just takes year after year of consistent aerobic work.
Going pro straight out of high school, do you think that you were mature enough for big races like this, like you clearly are now after qualifying in 2 events?
No, but like there was a hard year or 2 in there, but like eventually I got my feet underneath me and it's been good. So it was hard. It was like trial by fire a little bit, but I feel like I've gotten to a good place now, and I'm still on a really good trajectory.
Do you think those hard 2 years helped motivate you to where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, I was motivated then too. I just think I didn't really have the maturity or skills to handle a lot of stuff. But really, at the end of the day, just like having a really good attitude about training and just being super consistent day in and day out is what did it. Because like you can have the best mental game in the world, but if your fitness is not there, you can't run good. So that just being consistent with training. I've had 1 3-week injury and that's it, and really haven't missed any days besides that. So I just feel like I've been able to get better day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. So.
I know nothing's been decided yet, but do you physically feel like you could do this again at the Olympics?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go do strength work for a month and try to recover from it because it was a lot of hard racing. But I mean, I was able to run 1:43 on my 5th and 6th race after I would say a pretty hard semi and final in the 15. So I have faith in my strength and robustness. Again, it'll be harder at the Olympics, but I'll also have all the stimulus from this week.
Is that like unorthodox training? You talked about Milrose earlier this year with only doing no runs longer than about 7 miles regularly.
Yeah.
Like, is that, how much do you credit that to your results this year? Do you think that's made an impact?
I mean, who knows? Like, that just works well for me, and it's I can get the most volume in with the least fatigue. I don't think it's magic. It's just something that fits me. I don't know if it's mental or physical or what, but it's just allowed for consistency. So anything that allows for consistency, I would say, is good. So I like it. It's been working. I'm gonna keep doing it. Again, like talking about the 5, I think at some point, like you do need a little bit like of that fatigue resistance work in the legs. So I don't know if that would come in a long run, longer easy runs or longer like VO2 type workouts to try to get that. But I'm sure some adjustments would have to be made. But I don't know. Anyways, I think it's helped, but not specifically like the 7 mile thing or this or that, but just finding something that allows me to be really consistent over time and get a lot of good work in.
Thank you so much. Congrats.